Dear colleagues, we are very happy today to take part in this conference and to present the result of our study. My name is Solomiia Ohinok, and today I would like to present the group of authors, Maryana Gvozd, Uliana Ivaniuk, Kateryna Protsak, and Liana Chernobay. We all are from National University Lviv Polytechnic, and the topic of our study is independent factors simulation of the influence on the level of sustainable development in intellectual systems of management. So let me start our presentation. So the purpose and main tasks is presented on this slide. So the importance of focusing the attention of the world community on this issue is due to those challenges that have a negative impact on the indicators of the main areas of sustainable development and act as barriers to achieving its goals. After all, sustainable development is actually a paradigm. The future is considered as a balance of its three components. Yeah, so this is economic, social, and environment. Yeah, so you can actually see the tasks and main purpose on this slide. So I'm not going to read them. Yeah, so this research was carried out by the methods of regression modeling, and is that it will allow to determine the influence of factors on the performance indicator in particular to determine the level and nature of the influence of various factors. Yeah, so direct foreign, first of all, direct foreign invest, GDP level, population growth, and so on. Yeah, so to the level of sustainable development. So the calculation of the values of the regression equation can be found both analytically and with the help of special software packages, for example, Excel, eViews, and Statistica. So the 9 countries that are chosen for the research, so it was Norway, Germany, South Mexico, Greece, Estonia, Denmark, South Africa, Singapore, and India. Yeah, this choice of countries is reasonable and not random because of these countries, because actually these countries are from different parts of the world and differ in their economic, ecological, and social level of development. Yeah, so the result of their research will serve as a basis for making forecasts on a global scale. Yeah, so analyzing the dynamic of Norway's indicator and conducting regression modeling based on the use of the least squared method. So the results can be seen on this slide. So from which it can be concluded, that Sustainable Development Index, which was calculated taking into account all the independent variables, increased during the studied period. However, the inflows of net foreign invest were unstable during analyzed period. Yeah, so the next step was actually to determine the correlation between independent indicators affecting the level of sustainable development in Norway from the obtained result. Yeah, so you can see this on the slide. So it is appropriate to note that the correlation coefficient between the Sustainable Development Index and almost all the selected independent variables is higher than average. So it is negative only for population growth. Yeah, so with all independent factors except the unemployment rate, the Sustainable Development Index has positive coefficient. Yeah, so this shows that the that the specified economic and environmental indicators have a positive effect on the formation, yeah, first of all, of Norway's Sustainable Development Index, and also the unemployment rate has a negative correlation coefficient, indicating that the higher the unemployment percentage in Norway, yeah, and the lower the sustainability index, yeah. So after analyzing the table of correlation, it was decided to remove the indicators that have a high correlation coefficient with their dependent variables to avoid the problem of multi-correlation, yeah, which negatively affect the formation of the result of the regression equation, yeah. So results of regression modeling calculation of the impact of challenges in independent index on the level of sustainable development in Norway was presented in this slide. It is also important that from the equation result, it can be seen that there is no more multi-correlation, yes, since signs of the coefficient of the regression equation correspond to the sign in the table correlation. Yeah, so similarly, the regression modeling of the impact of independent indicators of the level of sustainable development of countries selected the research using the least squared method was carried out, yes, and the result of calculation are presented in this slide. On this slide, we also would like to present some kind of results, yeah, of our research. So the research carried out regression modeling of the impact of independent indicators on the level of sustainable development of countries, which with actually different characteristics, yeah. So these indicators, they're chosen soundingly based on the main 17 goals of sustainable development, yeah. So the modeling result showed that the significance level for all of the coefficient is less than 0.05, which indicates that the independent indicators selected for the research are significant, yes, and affected the index of sustainable development of countries. So special attention was paid to the analysis of the impact of foreign direct investment on the level of sustainable development. Yeah, the obtained results showed that there is a correlation between this indicator, which confirm the research hypothesis. So thank you very much for your attention. We are actually open to the all discussions. Also, you can find our emails and write down your questions. So will be really very nice to have a quick conversation with all of you. Thank you very much once again for organizing such a great conference. Thanks a lot.